Welcome back to the Vikings Film Room, brought to you by the Vikings Entertainment Network. Pete Bercich here, your analyst for all things Minnesota Vikings football, taking you through each and every draft pick the Vikings had in 2020. Now, the fourth selection for the Minnesota Vikings in the third round, number 89 overall, another cornerback, but this one's out of Mississippi State, Cameron Dantzler. Now, Cameron Dantzler possesses the height that you would think a Zimmer would want in a cornerback at 6 foot 2 inches tall, 188 pounds. What was lacking and why did he drop to the third round? Well, I think you can point to a disappointing 40 at the combine. He ran a 4.64 40, and if you watch it, even Deion Sanders says, hey, he didn't get out of the gate fast. Now, he later videotaped himself running a 40 in about the 4.34 range, but then again, who's going to trust that? This is a kid who was hurt by the fact that the scouts could not get back out, could not get to the pro days, and get another chance, give these guys another chance to put a good number down in the 40. So we're going to watch film on him here in a second, and you're going to see that he can cover. You're going to see how physical he is, how he likes to roll up, how he plays good man-to-man. One thing you won't see is him getting outrun by a receiver. Another example of a cornerback, or the type of cornerback that Zimmer in this defense is looking for. You can see Dantzler up on the top of your screen, rolled up against the Louisiana State wide receiver. He doesn't really necessarily get a great jam, but he's able to open his hips, turn and run, and stay foot to foot with the receiver down the field. So that is great coverage, and you get a really nice shot here in the end zone of the body position, using that long frame, those long arms and that body to force the receiver further out to the sideline. And that's what you want to do with a corner. You narrow that corridor for the throw, able to get his head back and almost intercept that football. So just an outstanding play. We know that speed, that 4.64 40, is what probably knocked him down to the later rounds in the draft. And you just don't see it with his ability there to turn his hips and run down the field. Another strong characteristic of Vikings cornerbacks, you see Dantzler at the top. He's rolled up like he normally is, but this time he's going to blitz. They actually have a free tackle to go out there and block on him, but he's still able to beat the tackle around the outside. Now, we'll see in the end zone, Louisiana State, they know the blitz is coming. They make some adjustments. The running back gets over the top. The tackle even points to the outside to say, hey, be aware, this guy might be coming from the outside. And Dantzler is still able to use that long frame and that speed, dip that shoulder, and get around the outside of the tackle. So there's some blitzability here with Dantzler as well, not just his ability to cover. This next play talks about awareness. He's the deep corner to a 3-receiver set. As this route unwinds, they get the jam on the point guy. He starts to fade back and sees the route coming to him, and he's able to step in front of that play and make the interception. Not just bat the ball down, but to see the route coming, know that they're trying to get someone in behind him, and able to jump in and make a play on the ball for the interception. Slants are huge. Slants in the NFL, and I think these next couple plays show Dantzler and his ability to close on these outside type routes. These slants, this is where the big body and the long arms are really going to help you. Now, once the receiver makes his break on the inside, he knows he's on the backside of trips. He knows to expect the slant. He's able to jump on it, squeeze it. That left arm is around the waist of the receiver while his right arm is out to knock that football down. That way, if he does miss the football, he's still able to make that tackle. That's not something that every corner can do, and this kid's doing it already at the college level. So that's an outstanding play, an outstanding job of squeezing the receiver and using your body. Again, Dantzler at the bottom of your screen, rolled up. This time it's the University of Alabama. Receiver up the field, tries to make that move inside, and you see when the receiver puts that arm out right at the break, he's not able to gain any separation between he and Dantzler. And Dantzler's, again, able to squeeze in there and bat that football down. So those two plays right there and his ability to crash and jam on a receiver on the backside of a formation are huge, because those are NFL routes and those are NFL types of plays that he's going to have to defend. He did a great job doing it in college. Blitzability, we saw earlier Dantzler coming in. This time he comes underneath. This is a type of a blitz that a nickel back will run as the defensive end comes up the field, and then he has to loop underneath, able to sift through all the trash, find the green light, get to the quarterback, make a hit, and bring him to the ground. So another big play, aggressive type cornerback on the outside. This play by Dantzler against Tennessee, I think, points out his ability to play things like cover two. As this receiver comes up, you'll see he just takes a couple steps and stops, and as soon as he does, Dantzler's already dropping back, knowing that route is coming in behind him. So the great awareness and the technique here in cover two, the Vikings do play a lot of cover two, so they're going to like this about him. But him dropping back and working his way underneath that out route, now you get a great shot of this body control from the end zone. You can see the vertical leap. Now, he was 34 and a half inches at the combine, but at 6'2", this guy can get up there and get after that football, but he turns defense into offense and makes a huge play right here in the red zone. So for Dantzler, outside of a lackluster 40 time, which maybe scared away a lot of teams, you don't see a lot of holes in his game, and he's more of a stereotypical or the type of corner you would think this defense would want.